So what do you think we need to make this paper plate addition game? Well, first and foremost, we need a paper plate. Secondly, we need a black marker, one or two dice, a small sticky note, and maybe you want to have manipulatives such as a button, or buttons, mini erasers, or even coins. Step 1 is to draw a straight line through the center of the plate. Now this line should cut the circle into 2 equal parts. Step 2 is to cut one of the semicircle into 2 equal parts again. Alright? Wow, chaw, lines well straight. Now, what I will be doing now, I'll be ensuring that I use the marker and I'm just going to highlight these lines so they will become bolder, so it's easy for the students to see, or even your children, because this activity is not only limited to the classroom. It is something that we can utilize at home. So if you don't have any money to buy learning toys, you can simply get a plate. Mathematics begins at home. All right, Miss Perfectionist. Getting the lights neat and straight. Oops. Let's neat up that little section. Yes, there's a gap there. All right, there we go. One objective is to create a manipulative that is multi-purpose, meaning that if I want to use multiplication or addition, subtraction, it can be done using the one plate. After all, time is hard. So here I will utilize my sticky note, ensuring that the adhesive portion is being utilized. I will cut a small portion. There we go. And I will just stick that portion to the center, and that will give me the flexibility in terms of operation. But this time I will be using addition. All right, so let's go. So the cross represents that for this activity, I will be playing a game of addition with my children. You should too. For demonstration purposes, I'll be placing 2 green buttons on the right hand side and 4 red buttons on the left hand side. So this is basically a demonstration of how we will add 2 and 4. Now the sum of these 2 numbers can be found by counting each buttons. I will basically drag these 2 to the second half, and the total number will give us the sum of the red and green buttons, and there you have it. Now this game can be adjusted by using a die, so we can throw the die and the numbers can be selected for addition. Now here we have a second example. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red buttons, and we want to sum that with 1, 2, 3, 4 green buttons. These buttons will be dragged to the semicircle, and that will give us the sum by counting all buttons. So your children should be able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that should give us a sum of 9 buttons. Now you don't have to use buttons. You can use the coins. You can use corks. You can use anything that comes to mind. You can even use Skittles. You can use cereals just to make learning fun. And if you notice that my buttons are color coded, so you know it's user and child friendly. Learning must be fun. It has to be attractive. Enjoy the last demonstration. this tool was designed to support students in multiple operations. So this time, guess which operation is next? Correct, you got it right. Subtraction. Now let's see how this one will work. Consider an imaginary die in our heads. We threw this die, we got a number, we'll use our buttons to place that exact number on the right hand side. We will repeat the process of rolling the die, and that number will be inserted on the left hand side. I will give you a demonstration in another video. Let's go. You are at liberty to use one color. However, using more than one color makes the tool more child friendly. So here I have some buttons. I have 8 buttons, however 2 are green. Now the 2 on the right hand side determines how many I will subtract from the number of buttons on the left hand side. So it makes it easier for a child. So here we have 2 buttons, 2 green. I will subtract those 2 greens, and the number that is left on the left hand side will be dragged to the semicircle, and that will give us the answer. If you have mastered the concept, kudos to you. If not, feel free to add a comment and I will definitely give you an explanation. Let's look at some other examples.